Paris, St. Denis, despite appearing to be far behind, Quincy Hall continued to advance with his arms pumping, legs thumping, and face contorted in a nasty expression. With just 4 points separating him from the finish line in the Olympic 400-meter final, Hall was in 4th place. He overtook fading former Olympic champion Kirani James with 50 meters remaining. With 40 meters remaining, he outran Jareem Richards with the same cement-like speed as the Trinidadian. The only person still in front of him was Great Britain's Matthew Hudson-Smith, and Hall was catching up to him as well. A dog cannot be outrun, according to Hall. A dog will pursue you indefinitely. Hall earned the gold medal in the Olympics on Wednesday night with an incredible display of never-say-die perseverance. With 10 meters remaining, he passed a dumbfounded Hudson-Smith, leaned at the finish line, and then looked at the video board to make sure he was seeing what he thought he had just witnessed. With a personal best time of 43.40 seconds, Hall became the 4th fastest man to ever complete a 400-meter run. That beat Hudson-Smith by 0.04 of a second, making him the 5th fastest 400-meter athlete in history. In the final, 5 out of the 8 men ran times that were under 45 seconds. Muzala Samakonga of Zambia raced a 43.74 to win bronze, his nation's first medal since 1996. Hall responded with a deadpan, as soon as they shot that gun, when asked when he knew he would win. "You're not able to go far enough," he stated obliquely. "That is my reputation. I will always catch you if you don't back off far enough." Hall didn't have the tenacity that has come to be associated with him from birth. He claims it's a result of the difficult route he took to become the best in his sport. Growing up in Kansas City, Hall, the son of Milton and Ishia Hall, ran everything from the 200 to the 400 to the 800 to the 1,500. Sometimes he would complete them all at the same meet. Hall discovered that College of the Sequoias, a community college in California, lacked both a cafeteria and dorms. In order to pay for food, housing, and tuition, he worked 2 jobs. Hall earned state titles in the 400, 400 hurdles, and 4x400 relay at College of the Sequoias. He would cross the infield, win the 400, and then get in line for the 400 hurdles. According to Hall, "That's where I feel like I found myself becoming the dog I say I am." Hall claims that deciding to focus on the Open 400 2 years ago was the best decision of my life, despite the fact that he won an NCAA championship in the 400 hurdles after accepting a scholarship offer from South Carolina. In the preliminary 400 hurdles heat of the 2021 U.S. Olympic trials, Hall did not complete. The next year at USA Nationals, he finished 5th. Although he wasn't as quick as athletes like Rai Benjamin, Karsten Warholms, and Alison dos Santos, his best 400 hurdles timings were nonetheless impressive. He claimed on Olympics.com earlier this summer that managing that competition as a professional was a waste of time. Hall has been one of those elite guys for the past 2 years after giving up on the hurdles and concentrating on the Open 400. In 2023, he achieved a significant milestone when he won bronze at the World Championships in Budapest and competed for the United States in a global competition for the first time. His 400-meter career best time dropped from 44.53 seconds in college to 44.37 seconds the previous year, and then to 43.80 seconds only weeks before the Olympics started. On Wednesday night, Hall exited lane 8 quicker than normal, but not quickly enough. He was blind to the rest of the field. The final 100 meters saw Hall trailing behind by a considerable margin due to the rapid pace. Coaches had cautioned Hudson-Smith about Hall's kick during the final 50 meters of a race, according to Hudson-Smith. Nevertheless, Hudson-Smith acknowledged that Hall's valiant last-ditch effort took him by surprise. "I believed I had it," Hudson-Smith declared. "You'll have to take it from me if you want to prevail." And that is just what he did. In a podcast interview from last month, Noah Lyles discussed the sprinters he would pick for his ideal American for X 400-meter relay. Hall, who took home the gold in the 400 meters at the Olympic trials in June, was noticeably missing from Lyles' roster. Lyles chose Christopher Bailey to open the proceedings. Despite his reputation as a short sprinter, Lyles declared himself the best choice for the second leg. Lyles decided on Benjamin and Michael Norman for the anchor position and the second-to-last leg. The current American champion wouldn't be used, according to Lyles, because I just don't think he'd be a starter. Using him on the first leg would almost be like a waste of his talents. Hall said, "My block's ready anytime you feel like you can beat me in the 400, tagging Lyles in a post on X on July 19. Hall continued, "You were talking, too, much on my name on yo little podcast. I don't make the small, sly remarks and comments. I align myself. If Lyles had a second chance, it's fairly safe to believe he wouldn't leave Quincy Hall out again." Hall lined up against 7 of the top quarter-milers in the world, gave a couple of them a lead, and then dominated the rest of them.